We can expect. I'm joined in studio by Simon Burke, our sports reporter. Thanks for joining us, Simon.
You're very welcome.
Good stuff. So I think the thing that people are looking forward to first and foremost is the Springboks versus England. What can we expect from that?
Let's just hope for an improvement somehow, because Springbok rugby has not been in a good place of late, and it could get a lot worse if we don't start brightly against England. But if there are takeaways that we can use going forward, if there's signs of positivity, then maybe we've got something to look forward to. But obviously the Springboks versus England is always going to be an absolutely massive test match. So there will always be excitement. The English also seem to be in a little bit of turmoil with their team. Eddie Jones, he looked like he was on the right track, and then it seems like he possibly might have lost the dressing room at some point, probably down to him running his mouth off at certain functions and just bringing a lot of negative attention to the team. So yeah, so it's two similar teams in their headspaces, need to get back on track. England have been at the coast in Durban preparing for this match in Johannesburg. They're very scared of the Highveld, so I think we've already got under their skin and into their heads, because why wouldn't you have set up base in Joburg? There had to be a reason. But from our perspective, we're looking to see where are the Springboks right now, and what kind of a team has Rassie Erasmus picked for us.
And then the Blitzboks are in Paris in Sevens action. What do they need to do to defend themselves well?
Well, yeah, so they've got to defend their title, and the Fiji 7 points ahead of them in the overall log. So come the second day, which is the knockout rounds, they have to make sure, well, they have to hope that Fiji loses in the quarters, which is, it happens, it does happen. But this Fijian team is really on fire. It's a team that's really come together. They've hit their straps in the last couple of years, and all the kind of problems that did dog Fiji with their losing in inopportune times, those are gone, and they just seem to be steamrolling ahead. So for them to lose in the quarters and us to win the tournament is a massive ask, and it's down to so many factors. But I think if they could just play to the best of their ability, do what they can in their time in Paris, and then we'll see what happens. But I wouldn't bet again on Fiji losing in the quarters, unfortunately.
Sunday, we're running out of time. Sunday is Comrades, is the Comrades Marathon.
Massive, yeah.
How many kilometers is it? Apparently it's
just too
increased.
long. I mean, it's crazy. Well, it's increased slightly because the finish now is at the Moses Mabhida Stadium and not Kingsmead. But I mean, you tap on an extra few hundred meters.
So do we expect a foreigner to win it, or is there somebody, a South African who might?
I don't know. It's a down run, so that might change things considerably for a lot of the foreign runners, because it's just a little bit, a teeny bit easier. But it's the Comrades still, and so it's a mammoth undertaking, and something that over 20,000 runners are going to be undertaking this time around, and it's the most in a field since forever. So it's going to be a huge spectacle to watch, and you can catch on SABC.
Cool stuff. And then lastly, in athletics, Caster Semenya, she's still doing her thing, hey?
Yes, yeah. Well, she did very well in Oslo last night at the Diamond League, and that's where it counts, the IAAF Diamond League. And she needs to keep, well, she doesn't really need to do anything, actually. She just she is who she is, and she dominates in her sport. And at some point now, she's going to have to launch a legal challenge, because come November-ish, it's all going to be quite different for her, and probably she won't be able to compete anymore. But so she's really got to get her ducks in a row from a legal standpoint. But on the track, I mean, she's flawless, and we saw that in Oslo last night. So, long may she continue to dominate in her sport.
Absolutely, Simon. We're going to leave it there, Simon. That's all we have time for. That was our reporter, Simon Burke, just giving us the lowdown on what's happening in the sports arena. We're going to cross now for the weather.